What's up, SRL fans, and welcome back to another review video. This time we're going to have a look back at the Mexico Grand Prix that took place last Saturday around the Circus Hermano Rodriguez. Round 18 of season 4, excuse me. We are in the middle of the championship fight between Nick van Gelder, Francis McGinn, Vassilis Pelitsiotis, and Sandro Doulis. The two Force India drivers, Francis McGinn and Vassilis Pelitsiotis, not participating in this race, so this is a key moment. Sam van Elven taking pole position behind him. It's Louis Quinlan, so a really exciting and surprising front row. Behind them, it's Nick van Gelder. Sandro Doulis would have taken pole position, but he decided to scrap his lap and start on the harder compound tires from P4. Ivan Brito with a strong outing in P5, rounding up the top 5 now. So let's have a look at how the race went. So it was lights out, and away we go from Sam van Elven after taking his first ever pole position. He was on the big threat from Louis Quinlan, who was looking to take the lead of the race. Sandro Doulis on his harder compound tires had a bad start. He dropped down 2 places. Then was 3 wide for the lead for a short moment, with Nick van Gelder having a look down the inside of both of them. But in the end, it was Louis Quinlan taking the lead over from Sam van Elven, who drops down to P2. Fons van Hoyten had a great start. He moves up into P4, challenging with Nick van Gelder for the 3rd position. And it was Fons van Hoyten overtaking Nick van Gelder. Fons van Hoyten being back after missing a lot of races. His last race was back at the Monaco Grand Prix, where he retired after only a few laps. On lap 2, then was still Louis Quinlan fighting against Sam van Elven. Sam van Elven trying to get his lead back. Both of these drivers haven't led an SRL race yet. So is Fons van Hoyten, who makes the switchback move work. They are free wide going into turn 4 now. Fons van Hoyten trying it around the outside for the lead against Louis Quinlan, and it was Fons van Hoyten taking the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. Really great battle. Behind them it's championship leader Nick van Gelder, and behind him it's Sandro Doulis, who picked up front wing damage. That's why he couldn't really keep up with the pace of the leaders in the first stint. Then it was Sam van Elven challenging for the lead again against Fons van Hoyten, but in the process he got a bad run coming off the last corner, and now it was championship leader Nick van Gelder looking to get back into position to challenge for the lead. Nick van Gelder doesn't have the greatest pace around Mexico this weekend, but of course, as all are, they are all lucky. The two Force India drivers, Francis McGinn and Vassilis Pelitsiotis, are not racing today. So there was a little bit of contact made between Sam van Elven and Nick van Gelder. That's how Sam van Elven got by Nick van Gelder. Fons van Hoyten now under threat from Sam van Elven, who is challenging for the lead. They're free ride for the lead again, with Nick van Gelder coming down around the outside now for turn 4. Side by side going into turn 4 now, and it's Fons van Hoyten losing 2 positions here, with Sam van Elven, the pole setter, going back into the lead, and Nick van Gelder in P3. After the first round of pit stops, it's Nick van Gelder who dropped down to P5, but he got by Sam van Elven, so technically he's now the race leader. As we go for the second pit stops now, it's Sam van Elven pitting, and Nick van Gelder made the undercut work for the second pit stop. Nick van Gelder has gone by Sam van Elven. The race leader at the moment is Sandro Doulis, so made the one-stop work. Obviously, he would have been farther in the lead. His lead would have been bigger, but he was driving the first stint with an orange front wing after contact with Louis Quinlan on the start. That's why he's not far further in the lead. But he's on the one-stop, so this is the real battle for the lead now, with Sandro Doulis trying to hold off Sam van Elven on these old tires. Obviously, he doesn't really have a chance. So Sam van Elven goes by. Then Sandro Doulis lets by Nick van Gelder, so the two leaders could battle each other. That's basically the only chance Doulis has for winning this race, if the two leaders battle each other, because Doulis' tires are completely worn out. And then the battle for the win started. Nick van Gelder against Sam van Elven, side by side, going for the first complex. Really tight, bit of contact was made, but it was Sam van Elven holding off Nick van Gelder for the moment. Van Gelder still with the DRS advantage into turn 4 now. Tries it around the outside. He tries to go down the inside now for the next corner. They make contact again. Sam van Elven goes off the road, but it's Nick van Gelder being on the inside for the next corner that puts him in the lead of the race. But Sam van Elven comes back with DRS, with the help of DRS. So Sam van Elven goes back into the lead, and Sandro Doulis' strategy is paying off because he has caught up again to the two leaders while they are battling it out. Doulis now sitting in the comfort position here, looking at this battle and thinking about maybe making a move onto the last lap. Still again side by side here again with Nick van Gelder and Sam van Elden. They are going side by side literally every single lap now. This is a really exciting battle for the win of this race. Sam van Elden, who has never ever scored an SRL podium, trying to hold off the superstars of SRL with Nick van Gelder and Sandro Doulis. Then Van Gelder makes a mistake. He runs a little bit wide and the desync takes over. Netcode causes a collision between Van Gelder and Doulis, and Van Gelder loses his car, half spins, and drops behind Doulis now. And this is technically the battle for the lead, because Sam van Elden has picked up 15 seconds of penalties, which puts him out of the picture for the race. So this is the battle for the win. Sandro Doulis against Nick van Gelder. Sandro Doulis picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that could be key for the end of this race. But who's going to take the win here at Mexico? It's Sandro Doulis and Nick van Gelder going side by side here in the final sector, the last two corners. Going into the final corner, it's Nick van Gelder on the outside. Doulis now trying for the inside. He tries the switchback move on the run to the line, but in the end, it's Nick van Gelder winning the race. It's his third race win of the season. He just edged out Doulis by 44 thousandths of a second, but of course the 3-second time penalty on the last lap cost Doulis another 3 seconds. Sam van Elden comes home in P3 with his 15 seconds of penalties. He unfortunately dropped down the order, but it's still his first ever SRL podium, so he could be happy. Von Sanhoeken with a strong performance in P4. He was leading a lot of laps. Tim Hofnagel recovering from a qualifying ban, finishing P5. Samuel Brandt was on the same strategy as Sandro Doulis with the one stop. He comes from 6th. Ivan Brito in P7. Jorge Guerrero finishing another race in P8. Reese March scoring some more points now for Haas F1. He's in P9. Tyler Martins grabs the last point for this race, and behind him was Leon Starr and Cam Edwards. So the championship is looking really exciting for the last two races. Nick van Gelder leads the championship 26 points ahead of Francis McGinn, who missed this race. Same goes for Vasilij Spiritzoulis, who also misses the race. Vasilij Spiritzoulis with a 30-point gap to Van Gelder. Doulis still has a mathematically is in the championship fight, but he has to hope for a wonder to grab the championship. René van der Stepp in 5th with Cameron Edwards in 6th. Then it's Leon Stahl, Lewis Marshall, Jesper Limpinen, Samuel Brandt, and Sam van Elden making a big jump into P11. This race was key with grabbing those 15 points for the Belgium. In the Constructors' Championship, Racing Point Force India, of course, still leading the way. They are the champions. Scuderia Ferrari on 323 points, still ahead of Red Bull Racing. It's still a little bit close between them. Renault Sport F1 only 4 points ahead of Haas F1. This is close as well. And it's Alfa Romeo, Sauber, Williams, and the last team is Toro Rosso still. So next race will be on the 1st of June, penultimate round of the season. Make sure you tune in, 3:15 p.m. UK time. We're going to be live on YouTube with our commentator Fox back at it again, so great to see him coming back. So leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for more SRL League content. Check the links down below in the description for our website, our Patreon page, and our Instagram account to stay updated with the SRL League. I've been Sandro, and I'll see you on Saturday for an exciting race with the championship fight. If you want to support the SRL League, check out our SRL League Patreon page, link down below in the description. Grab yourself some exclusive prizes and rewards for becoming a Patreon.